Hey, Shalom. All right. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, honor to Yahweh, Bashim Yashai, Bashim Rakakadash, double honors to our apostles, our elders, a great millstone, never well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, all here pushing his truth and sincerity. All right, the water foot y'all do, we love you. We appreciate you through the spirit of Yahweh, Bashim Yashai, Shalom to y'all. All right, it's your brother Dawah Dad here from the Great Millstone Camp in Atlanta. All right, Lord willing, this is an edifying lesson. If you're watching us now, you're a so-called Black, Native American, or Latino man or woman, then you are a Hebrew Israelite according to the Holy Bible. You will not find Black, Latino, or Native American in the Bible. All right, you got to figure out who you are. All right, the Bible is the truth. Right, and if you don't look like a so-called Black, Native American, or Latino man or woman, but you feel like this is the truth and it resonates with your spirit, then there's a good chance that you could be a Hebrew Israelite as well. It does not matter what you look like. All right. If you watch, it's like who the world ignorantly calls God, his name is Yahweh, meaning he is, or he exists, right, or he to be. And who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, his name is Yahweh Shai, meaning he is the Savior, he is the Deliverer. All right, I want to go into Genesis chapter 13 because I want to continue on with the story that's going on here in Genesis, because it's good to know what our forefathers went through, how we got our blessings, how we became the children of Israel. And if you were new to this is beautiful to actually, just read, right? It's like a read along. There might not be too many extra precepts and scriptures and prophecies coming out, but this is important. This history is very important. All right. So without further ado, all right, Genesis 13:1, it says, and Abram, right? Remember, Abram had he hadn't had his name changed yet, but at this time when his name was Abram, his name means Abram in Hebrew. Abram is father exalted. All right, because remember, he's an exalted father, right? It says when he went up out of Egypt, he and his wife and all that he had, and Lot with him in the south. And Abraham, remember, he had a lot, man. He was they had much, because Pharaoh gave him all that substance, and back then that was wealth, man. He had a whole economy. You know what I'm saying? All he needed was some land to take that economy, that wealth that he had, and put it to work. It says, and Abram was very rich in cattle and in silver and gold. Remember, Pharaoh had given him all his riches, right? And it says, and he went on his journeys, from the south even to Bethel, unto the place where his tent had been at the beginning, between Bethel and Hai, unto the place of the altar which he had made there at the first. And there Abram called on the name of the Lord. Right, and we went through that, right? Abram, Father exalted Abram went and built an altar to the Most High, and that's all caps there, right? So he called the name of the Heavenly Father. So we had the name during that time, right? It says, and Lot also, which went with Abram, and flocks and herds and tents. They had a lot, man. They had everything that you needed to survive in those times, right? It says, and the land, and then some. Right, it said, and the land was not able to bear them, that they might dwell together, for their substance was great, so that they could not dwell together. So they had so much wealth that it was like, yo, we need to split this up. Right, it says, and there was a strife between the herdmen of Abram's cattle and the herdmen of Lot's cattle, and the Canaanite and the Perizzite dwelled then in the land. So you gotta, because the Canaanites were there, and the Perizzite, right? Because the Most High gave us this land. So, obviously, even though, there's still going to be some people there to inhabit it, right? Just like the Most High gave Esau, which is a so-called white man, the land of over here in America, right? But there were already people there already, right? But the Most High gave them this land. He said, you shall have the fatness of the earth, right? And, they got it, right? They got it. America is a beautiful country, man. North America and South America, man, these are some of the most beautiful. We have everything here. We have beaches, or we got beautiful Great Lakes, right? Our weather's good. We get 4 seasons, right? You get to see, mountains and, places during the winters where it's like covered in snow and it just looks beautiful. You go skiing and all that, right? We got just beautiful landmarks, big ass bodies of water, right? And then you got the desert areas, which, pretty much all places in the world pretty much have desert-like areas, for the most part. But America's beautiful, right? Just in your fucking, it's like it, just in your most ghetto area, man, you take 5 minutes to stroll, past that terrible looking, filth, and you'll see like, beautiful skylines of like mountains and, you know, trees everywhere. And it's crazy because Esau has cut down so many trees, but it's still beautiful. So he gave this land because it's the fatness of the earth to Esau, but there were people here first, just like when the Most High gave us the land of Israel. There were people there first, right? The Canaanites and the Perizzite dwelled then in the land. All right. So yeah, and this verse is basically saying that the men of Abram and then the men of Lot, they were kind of feuding, probably sheep and different animals probably getting mixed up in their herd, and they probably a lot more work to have to control both sides. So they just like, you know what, we'll split it up and go, you go that way, I go this way, right? And it says, and Abram said unto Lot, let there be no strife, I pray thee, between me and thee, and between my herdmen and thy herdmen, for we be brethren. Is not the whole land before thee? Separate thyself, I pray thee, from me. If thou wilt take the left hand, then I will go to the right. Or if thou depart to the right hand, then I will go to the left. And you see how, humble this man is, man. Abram, right? Our forefather. Look how humble he is. He's like, I'll let you choose. Whichever one you don't take, I'll go to that one. Have no worries. All right? Which is beautiful, because that's being brotherly, man. You're supposed to be the first to speak up and offer. That's humble, man. That's how the Most High wants his people, man. Hey, nah, brother. Hey, you pick, man. You whichever one you want, bro. All right? And Lot lifted up his eyes and beheld all the plain of Jordan, that it was well watered everywhere, before the Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, even as the garden of the Lord, like the land of Egypt, as thou comest into Zor. And like, it doesn't matter where, Lot chooses, because the Most High is going to look out for Abram, right? It doesn't matter, like, because there's enough to go around, man. So only Esau covets, man, and takes for himself and doesn't want to share, man. He'll give you like the bottom of the barrel shit, and then he'll tax the hell out of you or make you pay out of pocket for some shit that's, low value. But, we were supposed to be in a mind frame sharing the best parts, man. Us Hebrew Israelites, right? It says, and Lot lifted up his eyes. Okay, we got that. It says, then Lot chose him all the plain of Jordan, and Lot journeyed east, and they separated themselves one from another. And it says, Abram dwelled in the land of Canaan, and Lot dwelled in the cities of the plain, and pitched his tent toward Sodom. But the men of Sodom were wicked and sinners before the Lord exceedingly, right? So damn. So that's pretty much America. It says the seas descends exceedingly, right? So it's like sin on top of sin. It's iniquity, It's like you're doing so much. It's like, damn, this is like, I can't bear this shit. This is like the same thing that's going on in America today, man. You see the separation, and you see average people pretty much prophesying. Average people are saying, yo, man, what is this, man? You see the heathen even saying it, right? Esau's out there and, come on, man, you putting this stuff on our kids, man. This is crazy. We need to do something about this. Because the sins are they're unbearing. Like, even the wicked will feel like, yo, this sin shit is too much, man. We need to start living righteous. Need to start eating better. You know what I'm saying? Need to start exercising. Man. Scriptures say, who can but prophesy, man? It says 14, and the Lord said unto Abram, after that Lot was separated from him, lift up now thine eyes and look from the place where thou art northward and southward and eastward and westward. For all the land which thou seest, to thee will I give it, and to thy seed forever. Look at that. That's Israel. That's everywhere. East, west, north, and south, man. That's the whole compass. We from through Abraham, right? Isaac and Jacob, we received that blessing to have the whole world. But our kingdom is not here yet, right? Our time is not here yet. But it's very, very close, right? It says, I will make thy seed as the dust of the earth, so that man, if a man can number the dust of the earth, then shall thy seed also be numbered. And you can't number the dust of the earth. That's impossible. It's like that is impossible, bro. I'm going off. It's impossible with an M. I'm tripping, but yes, impossible. Sounds weird when you say it separate, but it's impossible. All right, you can't That's why, like, this whole thing with people saying, oh, so-called black people make up 10% or 13% of the population, but, they commit over 50% of the violent crimes. It's not true, because you can't even number the children of Israel, right? You can't, not none of the tribes you can't number. Even Gad and Reuben, they almost got wiped out. You still can't number them, right? There's so many of us, right? Because especially through mixing, you don't know who is who now. You don't know if you're from the tribe of Gad, Reuben. You don't know if you're from the tribe of Simeon, Judah, Levi. You don't know what tribe you're really from at the end of the day, because we mingled, and then you got so-called Japanese people over there who have a whole culture of reggae and hip hop, because those are Jakes, right? For the most part, they're Jakes, right? Those ones that you see imitating Jake, but they kind of they do it so well that you say, damn, you look like you might got some black in you. They got dreadlocks, they got fucking high fades, high top fades and shit. Like, these niggas got froze and shit. Like, yo, what? Japanese niggas with fucking braids and shit? Yeah, they Jake, man, right? Or the one, you could tell which ones are R and which one are heathen, right? A lot, and most of them, who are part of the nation of Israel, they got swag, man, and they do hip hop. They like to, they flow, they rap, they dance very well. They got high, good sense of fashion. They can sing, they can rap. That's our people, right? The scriptures do say, who is like thy people, even Israel, right? So you can't number us, man. You know what I'm saying? It's they're the minority. Put it that way, they're the minority. Right? They like to say that we're a minority, but it's them that are minority. Black and brown people are not the minority. We are the majority. Right? It says, verse 17, arise, walk through the land and the length of it and the breadth of it, for I will give it unto thee. So it don't matter where he went, man, it was his. Then Abram removed his tent and came and dwelt in the plain of Mamre, which is in Hebron, and built there an altar unto the Lord. All right, so that we're going to finish up and jump into the next chapter. We're going to some time today, before camp or after. It says, and with that, I want to give all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh Shem Shai, Bashem Rakakadosh, the apostles, the elders, the great millstone, Emperor well. Peace and blessings to those for elect. Shalom.